All right, ever since the train derailed in northeastern Ohio, producing a chemical spill and massive fires, thousands of nearby residents have literally been afraid for their health. They've been afraid for their homes, their pets, and our government. Now, it's taken more than 10 days to even comment on the disaster. Secretary of Transportation Pete Buttigieg said yesterday that he does not even have any plans to visit East Palestine, saying that this is only one of about 1,000 annual train derailments. The Biden administration also has said that the region does not even qualify for federal disaster aid. This has just left residents extremely frustrated. It's left residents with more questions than answers. And now joining me to discuss this and more is U.S. Representative Bill Johnson. He serves on the House Energy and Commerce Committee and also on the House Budget Committee. He represents the district that is involved in the disaster of this train derailment. Congressman Johnson, great seeing you again, my friend. Thank you for joining us on Washington Watch.
Good to see you, Jody. Good to see you, my friend. Thanks for having me on.
Well, it's our pleasure. Listen, you represent the people of East Palestine, and you have been dealing with day and night now for the last couple of weeks. Tell us what you've seen.
Well, I've been here off and on since Monday. I was at the big town hall meeting on Wednesday night. I was here yesterday when EPA Administrator Michael Regan came. Look, we're making progress, but we should start at the beginning. This is a disaster that should not hit any small community, let alone small rural communities like we have here in Appalachia. The people here are frightened. They're scared. They're not getting answers to their questions from Norfolk Southern. They're concerned about the air in their homes, the water that they drink. And there's been a lot of confusion. I can tell you that I've been to the site. I've stood at ground zero with the mayor, with the police chief, county commissioners, the emergency health or emergency management team, members of the Ohio EPA, the US EPA, and with Norfolk Southern. And I can tell you that according to the mayor and according to the EPA, both state and federal, the local city water is clear. It goes through a rigorous testing process. That water is way away from, or the source of that water is way away from where the accident happened, and it goes through numerous filters and tests, and they're testing it around the clock. They have had over 500 in-home air tests, and they have found nothing so far in the homes that cause alarm. But look, we can't dismiss the claims of the community about some of the ailments that they're seeing and the fears that they have for their children to go outside. This is in the emergency phase. There's a long way to go, but I'm going to stay here until these people get the answers that they're looking for. We're hearing that the CEO of Norfolk Southern is going to be here tomorrow. I'm looking forward to meeting with him, and I'm in continual conversations with the mayor, with representatives of Ohio and federal EPA. And if there is a bright spot here, the federal and Ohio EPA have worked well together to resolve this problem. And while there's still a long way to go, they are making progress.
Are you at all surprised that the Biden administration is saying that this accident does not even qualify for FEMA disaster aid? I was kind of shocked by that myself.
Yeah, I'm very surprised by that too, Jody. And I went back to FEMA and said, why? I haven't received an answer from them yet. I mean, if this doesn't qualify as a disaster, I don't know what does. That's crazy. I'm also shocked that Secretary Buttigieg has not been here, the transportation secretary. But you know, the National Transportation Board, the National Transportation Safety Board, they are conducting the investigation. And once that report comes out in a couple of weeks, we are going to see the details. And then that's when Congress will get involved to look at, was the law followed? Were the regulations that were in place adequate for a train carrying those kinds of chemicals? Lots of things left yet to look at. But my number one concern today is getting the people of this community the answers that they need. I came back today. I'm going to be here through Monday, and I'll probably be back many times after that as well.
Well, I wouldn't expect anything less from you, being that right there with your constituents at a time like this. Listen, I was also, and I wanted to get your response to this, because another thing that shocked me, a statement from Secretary Buttigieg, was when he said that this is but one of 1,000 train derailings a year. Yeah, I want to get your response from that. I think, but not all derailings have this type of hazardous material pluming up in the air. This is an accident set apart. How do you respond to his comment there?
Wow, what an outrageous comment, Jody. From my perspective, the secretary has been AWOL, absent without leave. That's a military term, because he just has not been tuned into this at all. But why would he admit to the American public that we have 1,000 train derailments a year, and it's happening on his watch? And he appears to be, taking it very lighthearted. He certainly has not shown up here. It's gotten to the point here where, I don't know if you heard or not, the mayor said earlier today, hey, it would be better if the secretary didn't show up now, because, the National Transportation Safety Board has collected their data. They're looking at doing the investigation. They don't want Mayor Pete coming down here for a photo op at this point.
Congressman Bill Johnson, I want to thank you so much for standing in the gap for your constituents as well as your state and our country. We appreciate and are honored to have you on Washington Watch this evening.
Thank you very much, Jody. Good to be with you, my friend. Take care.